Go up here some, yes. Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I got another Army video for you guys, well, Army Tale. And this was the worst running shoes I ever got in my life. And I have to have a follow-up to it, an intro. When I went in the Army, I went to Fort Jackson, South Carolina. And boy, this is good. Diet Squirt. 10 out of 10 on that. And before basic, you go to a reception station where you get all your stuff and get your hair cut. It's like pre-base training. They try to get you ready before the the slam of basic. You know what I mean? But it was still kind of strict, but not as strict as basic. And basically, I went there like the day before. Well, 2 days before Thanksgiving, because I technically got there like at nighttime. Tuesday night, and Thanksgiving was Thursday, right? And so they had like a little thing welcoming you, and then you went to, and basically because it was on a holiday, pretty much, and then they where they shut down, and then the weekend. I mean, we were in the reception station for about almost a week. Well, usually it's just a couple of days. And they were trying to, some of the people were trying to do some stuff, the drill sergeants and stuff, and the one specialist was helping you like do an intro to marching and stuff like that, show you how to march. That was a huge help, right? And the one drill sergeant said one of the best things you have to do now is before you start PT, because on PT you do a 2-mile run or longer than a 2-mile run. And he says to get a good pair of running shoes. And he went and he looked at everyone's shoes, right? And he told me, I had these black shoes my mom bought me. And he said, get out of here with these soccer shoes. And they weren't soccer shoes, but I told, Mom said, they're not soccer shoes. Why did you tell them? The drill sergeant, I'm not gonna. That'd be an awfully bad thing to start arguing with the drill sergeant. When you first get there, and I end up going to they had a small. I don't know if it was a PX or Shopette or something like that, smaller store, and they had Nike Airs in there. I bought those. They were like $50-$60, and that was a lot back in '87. But I wanted to make sure I had a good shoe. That's what I picked. What I thought would be really good, and they ended up being good. I bought I think Nike Airs were the main ones I bought. So, going down the line, while I was in I was going to go to Fort Bragg. I can't remember if it was the summer before I went to Fort Bragg or during winter time. I can't remember because I had leave for Christmas and my birthday for 15 days. I can't remember if it might have been that time, but it seems like it was early. I can't remember. I was shopping with my grandmother, and like I said, I talked about my grandmother before, and she's like incredibly cheap and stuff like that. I mean, and it wasn't always bad, but for Army supplies, I mean, whenever I went to Fort Detrick, Maryland, I was home on break. And she bought me these razors from Wilkinson and a shaving steam Wilkinson, and that stuff was really good. And that was very cheap and affordable, but it was very good. It worked very well. Well, we were in the mall, and usually I shop and said, "Grammy, buy some running shoes." And I said, "Well, I have the Nike Airs." She said, "You don't need that. It's too expensive." She found these shoes for like $5. And said, wear these. These are good. These are running shoes right here. I said, okay. And one mistake, I passed that mall, and they had, there's one obscure horror film I've always been looking for called Devil's Bat's Daughter. I saw the original Devil's Bat with Bela Lugosi, great movie. I saw it there. I never bought it, and I've never been able to find it since. I regret that. It was like $5. I think my grandma said, "You don't need that. The devil. Why would you get anything with the devil in it?" But I still would have gotten it. I didn't get. I passed on. I should have gotten it. Well, anyway, she bought me those shoes. It seems like it was in. It had to have been during Christmas. It had to have been. I mean, when I came back Fort Bragg, it was like in the 70s and stuff like that. It wasn't snowing or anything like that. And I remember on PT, and I said, well, I'll put these running shoes on and try them out. That my grandma, they hurt my feet so bad during that too, because we were in around a polo field. The Nike Airs were pretty good. You didn't really feel it. I mean, you got tired in your legs and stuff, but your feet didn't really hurt or anything like that. Now with those shoes, my it was like torture. It hurt my feet so bad. I said, well, that's the last time I'm wearing these for PT, my 2-mile run. So I thought I just use the Nike Airs for those. I just use those for walking around posts. And the main walk, if I did anything, the main walk, you go, leave your barracks, and you go up a little bit, and they have, if you go down your barracks, there's a movie theater real close to where I live, which was awesome. I wish movie theaters were that close now. That'd be cool. Like about 50 yards away or something like that. That would be awesome. It was a military movie theater. I used to go there all the time. And if you go upwards, they had they had a place I work at. They had the chow hall. Go a little further up, they had like the library. Go a little further up, they had like the bowling alley. Further up, they had a big, nice PX, commissary, and all this other stuff. You go a little further, Bragg Boulevard with all the things. I used to go walking. I used those shoes. And about 2 weeks after I started wearing them, I remember walking up, and they had like these old classrooms or something like that. I think I stepped in a puddle, and my shoe filled up all the way up with water. Damn. So, I mean, I still had to do what I had to do. When I came back, I wanted to see what heck happened. After 2 weeks, running 2 miles once, never again, 2 weeks just walking back and forth on posts, I already wore a hole in those shoes. And I threw them away. Absolutely worst running shoes I ever had in my life. I wish I knew the brand. It was some cheap brand. Imagine these, like, white shoes, white laces, very flat, like that. Yeah, they were horrible. So I would never. I wish I remember the brand, but that was almost over 25 years ago. It was crazy, but my grandmother wanted to get it because it might have been $5. They might have even been $3. I can't remember. But she said, these are good enough. These are good enough for running shoes. You don't need those Nike Airs. How much did you pay for $6? Oh, Jesus Christ. It was crazy. So that's the story about the worst running shoes I ever wore in my life. So until next time, bye, please. Take care, my legion.